Growing up in Florida, most of my life has been spent in water, whether that be swimming at the beach or hanging onto an inner tube for dear life behind my uncle's speedboat. Nevertheless, it was uncommon for me to go more than a week without going in the water. So naturally, we owned a boat. We've actually owned quite a few, but one of our boats has really piqued my interest over this past year, so much so that I've decided to make this video. This is the story of Hydrocycle's Barracuda. The year is 1953. The car company Chevrolet has released their new, completely fiberglass car, the Corvette. Fiberglass was the material of the future. It was developed in 1932 when a researcher at Owens, Illinois named Gaines Slater used a jet of compressed air to create glass fibers. These fibers could be used to make glass wool, more commonly known as fiberglass. Though fiberglass boats had been produced, they didn't gain popularity until the 1950s. These watercraft complemented the era with massive fins, bright colors, and chrome accents. Outside of the United States, a UK-based company called Vincent Engineering developed what they called an Amanda, a two-person inboard prop-driven water scooter. This craft is often regarded as the first mass-produced personal watercraft. However, it faced many flaws as the decade started to end. Enter the 1960s. A little music group known as the Beach Boys gave America summer fever. Everyone was on the water. Boating no longer was a pastime for just adults, but instead was invaded by teenagers with a thirst for independence and speed. Back on land, Honda's motorcycle division released the Super Cub, which capitalized on the teen desire. It was fun, easy, cheap, and carefree. It was so popular that the aforementioned Beach Boys released a song titled Little Honda in 1964. Amidst this craze, a small company located in San Jose, California, started development on a completely fiberglass personal watercraft. This company founded itself in 1966 as Hydrocycle Incorporated. Their first design was small, lightweight, and streamlined. It was described as the nation's new water sport in this advertisement. The price in 1966 was $295, which is approximately $2,400 in today's money. The Hydrocycle did not come with an engine, but the maximum size engine was listed as 25 horsepower. This design did not sell well compared to other watercraft, but that was about to change. Within the next couple years, Hydrocycle unveiled their newest design, the Barracuda. This design was bigger and heavier, but was more streamlined and futuristic. They came in many colors, such as red, orange, yellow, white, and silver. Because of the redesign, the Barracuda can withstand the weight of engines up to 35 horsepower, 10 horsepower more than its predecessor. Also, the Barracuda had the option of a 33 horsepower Johnson outboard from the dealer. The August 1968 issue of Popular Science magazine described the watercraft as a delta-shaped water dart with unusual maneuverability. The offer makes tighter turns than he could on a bike, curling back on his weight. Across the United States, Cypress Gardens, an amusement park located in Winter Haven, Florida, bought a fleet of Barracudas. The amusement park would use the Hydrocycles in races and other events. This was great advertising for Hydrocycle, as Cypress Gardens was very popular. Besides Cypress Gardens, Sports Illustrated also advertised the Barracuda on the front cover of their June 1969 issue with the tagline, "New Fun on the Water." Things looked bright for Hydrocycle and their Barracuda as the decade started to end. Unfortunately, however, another company was about to cast a great shadow on the Barracuda. The 1970s were upon us. Hydrocycle released a new color for the Barracuda. The company seemed to be profiting and began to prepare an update for the watercraft. However, outside of Hydrocycle, Canadian company Bombardier had already started producing their own personal watercraft, the Sea-Doo. This design was released in 1968 and used the jet system instead of the traditional outboard engine. This difference would be a key factor in the Barracuda's demise. The Sea-Doo posed no threat to the Barracuda during its first few years of being on the market. It wasn't until Japanese company Kawasaki, after reaching a licensing agreement with the creator of the Sea-Doo, started to release their jet ski in America. The release of the jet ski was the final nail on the coffin for Hydrocycle. It was faster, safer, and more accessible than the Barracuda. Soon enough, Hydrocycle started to fade away. Fast forward to the 21st century. The advent of the internet has allowed people all over the country to share pictures and stories of their Barracudas. Currently, the Sea-Doo and the jet ski are still in production and are more mainstream than ever. Hydrocycles are very hard to come by. There is little to no information about the Barracuda besides the magazines and ads featured in this video. A Barracuda was featured on the show Pawn Stars in 2009. These boats are probably two of the coolest things I own, and I hope future generations can enjoy them like I have.